copyright strike. Yeah, no. I've not gotten copyright strike. Like, you know what's funny? You know what's really funny? You know what's really funny? I got copyright striked. Well, not I didn't get a strike. I got a claim. I got a copyright claim on my Celeste stream for like audio, for like certain music. I don't think, like, isn't it not copyright? Isn't it just free use? You know, another thing what's also kind of funny? I also got a few copyright claims on some of my streams, VODs anyway, for the Animal Crossing music. For the Animal Crossing music I used for the starting up screen. Do you know who was the copyright claimer? Do you guys want to guess who the copyright claimer is? It's some guy that made a cover of one of the songs, so it had like the same melody. I got copyrighted by someone who made a cover of the song that I was using. Not even Nintendo, but not even Nintendo, but someone who made a cover. Yeah, if it was Nintendo that was going to copyright strike me, I would be gone. I would have gotten 3 strikes instantly and died right then and there. It's so bullshit. Like, now that I've really gone into YPP and I'm making money, everybody is now going to be trying for like a ton of like these scummy, just really shitty like copyright holders and claims and royalty stuff, artists and whatever will start trying to get a piece of the pie. I've come to the conclusion that YouTube cares more about someone using copyrighted music than someone who uploads NSFW content. That is true. That's something recent. You guys know Dispatch, right? If you guys have watched the Jacksepticeye, if some of you have watched the Jacksepticeye playthrough of it, he played the uncensored version of the game, which, like, whatever. I don't judge. What I have to judge though is the fact that he showed all the nudity in Dispatch. He showed it. He just showed it. No censor, not even no sugarcoating, nothing. He showed it on stream, not on stream, but in the video. Nothing. No blurred, no black bar, nothing. If you go, I don't know if maybe he has removed it. Maybe YouTube has slapped him on the wrist for that. But in the moment that I saw it, the moment that I watched it when it was uploaded, there was no censoring. And I quickly was like, wait, is nudity not like a complete no tolerance? And I researched the like kind of like the policy, kind of like skimmed through it, and there's like a bit of a gray area between nudity, because like nudity is allowed as long as it's like for educational purposes. Like if you're like an educational channel and you're like, this painting something of historical importance or something, and it has nudity, if it has nudity, then it's allowed because like it's artwork or something, or like it's not really with the expressed intent to like make it sexualized or something. It's for educational content. It's not the focus. It's not supposed to be like, oh, look at these boobs, look at this penis. Ooh. It's not that. That is allowed on YouTube. Like educational content, like biology or something, that is also allowed as like those types of nudity, as long, I feel like, obviously, as long as it's not too graphic or anything. I feel like that's fair game. There's obviously a bit more gray area between the lines, but you get the point. Certain types of nudity and uses of nudity is allowed. I don't think that applies to playing a game with nudity. I don't think that applies. Wait, there's nudity in the game? Yeah, there is nudity in the game. There's a few scenes, especially in regards to like, number one, I remember the specific moments. Number one, there's the one scene with Toxic, where like he legit whips his dick out. He goes full commando because like he literally because he's made of acid or whatever. He's made of acid, and so he like burns off all of his melts off all of his clothes, and so he goes full naked, and his dick is legit just whipped out. Okay, maybe YouTube doesn't recognize it as a cock, so fair, whatever. Okay, sure. Okay, YouTube. Then there's that one scene in Dispatch, I think episode 4, the start of episode 4. I need to stop because I need to focus on talking. In episode 4, the episode opens with Courtney with Invisigal having a dream. She has a dream where she envisions having coitus with Robert. And if you play with uncensored option on, there's like 2 moments where she flashes her titties. Okay, maybe they were small enough. I doubt it. They were pretty obvious. But okay, move on. Whatever. fine. Then, in episode 6 or 7, I don't remember, there's a moment with Robert and Invisigal in the locker room where she legit is completely naked from the top down. I think the vid from Jacksepticeye is removed now. Let me see, actually. I want to see that. I want to see if it's removed. Because, like, if it's not removed, then it's genuinely, like, YouTube playing favorites. Like, and the thing is, I like Jacksepticeye. That's the thing. I like Jacksepticeye. But, like, this is just blatant. This is blatant bullshit. All the episodes are still on. Okay, it is censored. Okay, now it is censored. But still, I'm still surprised. I am still surprised that he let that slide for as long as it did. People have been terminated for less. I mean, even now, like, there's a lot of, like, the shit going on with people, with, I think, YouTube's AI moderation having gone off the rails, and channels have been getting banned for no reason, either for false reasons or for, like, the minutest of policy breaks that would at most warranty, like, a strike or a warning. That's at most what they would warrant for, like, some of these things. Guys, I watched the scene where Acid takes their clothes off. Help. Yeah, no. I assume they give more leniency to larger channels because that's where the money mostly comes from. That's the thing. That's the problem. YouTube won't take as harsh actions on the bigger creators is because they bring in the most money. That's the thing. Which, like, on the one hand, you know, that's unfair. That's unfair for everybody. Like, if you're gonna strike one channel for one thing and another channel also does it, but he's bigger and makes more money for you, doesn't matter, ban him. Or apply the same level of punishment. But if you don't want to do that, then at least lessen it for everyone. Either lessen it for everyone or up it for everyone. But they won't up it for everyone because then obviously most creators would leave. Most creators would leave, they would stop uploading, they would be scared of, you know, their livelihood being wiped off in a second because YouTube decided, oops, sorry, my dude, you violated our policy somehow. Goodbye. That's the thing. And so they never will crack on their biggest creators. That's why they never will. There are some. That's the thing. There are some exceptions. There was the whole Corey X Kenshin. Thing a while back where he basically accused YouTube of being racist or playing favorites because, like, Corey is a big channel. He has a massive following. And so it would make sense for YouTube to play favorites, but apparently in his experience, as he said, I don't know how long ago it was. It was definitely a few years ago. But he was like, I've gotten strikes, I've gotten warnings, I've gotten age restricted for videos or something when other creators on the same caliber or even, like, lower than me or whatever with lower subscribers, when they were not. And the one, like, thing that he found out was, you know, they were white. And so, like, he obviously assumed that, you know, maybe there's some racism at play, maybe there's favoritism at play. Like, he accused YouTube of a ton of things. It was covered by a ton of YouTubers. Jacksepticeye also, talking about it eventually. But that was a huge controversy. Another controversy also was with Markiplier and Moist Critical. There was another thing with, like, inequality and favoritism. Because Charlie got a strike for a video, like, that he showed. I think you guys know about that one, where it was like a video of like on the road, like a dash cam footage of a couple people, like a dude getting beat up by, like, some dudes in costumes on the middle of the road. And that one, like, it was used in a couple of Try Not to Laugh. It was a pretty funny video. Like, if you see it, you definitely do laugh. And also the people in the car that are filming it also are laughing. It's a very, like, for however much the dude is getting beat up, it is a funny situation. But that one was flagged for Charlie anyway, was he got striked for that video. And then Charlie on Twitter was like, hey, Markiplier has the same video in one of his Try Not to Laugh videos. What about that? Markiplier was also immediately responded to that and was like, yeah, YouTube, where's my strike? And so YouTube gave him a strike. And whatever, that was a whole thing. That was a whole thing. Corporate greed and unstable censorship, I'd assume they don't do it because treating everyone equally would either lose them money or it's communist. I don't know, dude. Well, communist, not really communist, I don't think so. I don't think they're really scared of communism. Because the thing is, on the one side is corporate greed, On the other side, it's them also trying to to not be sued into oblivion. Because for however much YouTube is just slapping everybody on the face left and right with either strikes or unfair stuff, they cannot take it easy. That's also another thing. I'm not excusing their actions, but they cannot take it easy on any punishments they give out, because they are under regulation of government rules and laws and stuff like that, and regulations. They are still chained by those. So it's not it's easy to point your fingers at YouTube, and it is fair to point them at them, but it is not 100% their own fault. At least not when it comes to whether they treat, like, how harsh they punish some certain things. The equality of how they distribute that punishment, and for the same, like, two different channels who do the same thing and giving one lesser punishment and one higher punishment, that is an issue that they need to address, because it's a mess. It's a mess. Anyway, continuing with Silksong.